Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Educational Gamer, and we are playing Strategic Command, where we are trying as the Allies to desperately hold on to France while the Axis push on very thoroughly against us. I'm very intrigued to see whether we'll be able to hold on to France. I have my doubts, especially since Italy joined the war down here and has driven into southern France already a little bit, and yeah, we are holding on just barely. We also are fighting against the Germans in the North Sea and in the Norwegian Sea up here, and of course in Asia. We are trying to push back against the Japanese on sort of all fronts. They are fairly strong up here in the north, I have to say. In the middle, they are losing more and more supply, so that is very good to see for us. We are trying to upgrade our infrastructure, but let's see what we get in terms of decisions and production. French morale falls. That's not great because he wasn't too good to begin with. So yeah, France really, I think, is doomed. We will have to see how that turns out. Malta hinders access supply. That's very good to see. I guess we are getting the production screen now. Nope. Artillery weapons development. That's nice, although not crucial. USSR develops infantry weapons level 1. That's good to see. Anti-tank weapons. Industrial development, all of these are very good. Production seems to be okay. No big surprises over here. We are still investing into the defenses of Singapore, but I do hope that we are able to stem the tide against the Axis over here. But let's see. Very intrigued to see how it will turn out to go in France. So it will probably... Ooh. Some people being pulled back from the front, it seems. It's fine, sort of to be expected. Some reinforcements happening. Some people being pulled back, but that means they are trying to create new space for additional people to be brought in, so that's not too great for us. Submarine movements, and there we go. So, they are starting to concentrate on the enemies there in Sedan, but the good thing is that our interceptors and our AA guns over here are starting to accrue some damage, so that is good to see. Although I'm very sure that that is not going to hold on. It's down to 8 points already, and they haven't started their ground attack yet, so we'll have to see about that. Down here, Japan is trying to bring in new aircraft systems. Yeah, at least that hold out pretty well, but there are two armies rallied against that, including a tank army, and there we go, it's just gone. So yeah, that's not too great. Even the English army is now being attacked. And our tanks are starting to lose some of their equipment, and are being actually pushed back, and that now exposes our AA defenses, and this line there. The tanks are being pushed back entirely. As is the UK army, it's just being annihilated. Oh my! And we lost another Chinese army. Oh my! Things are taking a turn for the worse, certainly. But at the very least we are holding out against Italy. Oh my! Oh my, that was not a good turn for us. Especially against... I did not expect to lose another army over there. And yeah, this is just catastrophic. We really need to consider whether we are pulling back now. Yeah, France looks a little bit doomed, I have to say. Let us see what we can even do. And they still have forces to be shuffled around. I must admit, the game really neatly conveys the sense of, as the Allies, being on such a back footing against the Axis, certainly early on in the war. And even as China here, we have massive problems. Yeah, I mean, China historically had massive problems, but we were enjoying quite a bit of drive early on there. I'm not sure what that, yeah, okay. So, convoy routes, oh, this is destroyers for bases, isn't it? Yeah. Although these 5 destroyer units will need repairs and fitting to prepare them for service, would struggle to boost our national morale. However, by agreeing that we will roughly halve our imports from the British Empire and the Caribbean. So, what would happen is we get 5 destroyer bases. 5 destroyers. Income from the Caribbean will be reduced. You know what? I think this is a good choice. Let's do that. It boosts our national morale as Britain, and I think Britain is in desperate need for that. So let's see about that. So that's 10 things that we are losing. And we have the 7th Armored Division in Egypt. It's very incomplete, having only about 65 obsolete vehicles, very few of which are combat worthy. We're currently in the process of completing 150 new tanks that will soon be ready for service, and given the excess threat to our position in Egypt, it is recommended that these new tanks will be sent to strengthen the 7th Armored. However, sending these tanks to Egypt will require heavily armed naval convoys that will cost us 45 MPs, and these tanks won't arrive until October. That's fine, I think. Yes, we do certainly want to send these guys over there. We have some new fighters over here, and that is very lovely. Okay, let's start to make our assessment. We want to place you a little bit later. Right, let's formulate our assessment over here on the northern French territory. So the Matignon line over here seems to be holding out fine. We haven't had too much problem there. We are certainly facing problems here with the 1st British Army. And we do have the Germans breaking through, simply breaking through over here. So there is, unfortunately, I don't see any possibility to drive them back. I really don't. We have so limited forces that we could array against them. Some corps down here, we could potentially pull one back, but where would that leave us? This is just a French unit. I think as France we should be producing 1 corps that will be ready next month. It's not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough by far. We do have some tactical bombers as the UK. We do have these strategic bombers. We do have fighters. They could strafe these guys. I don't think we can do this. Let's bring up our battleships. Let's stress out these armored units a little bit. These tanks over here definitely need to be reinforced. That is the strongest French unit that we currently have. I don't see anything that we can do. Okay, let's hold on for that for a second and let's have a look at the situation over here. So I'm pretty sure that we faced some submarines over there. Yeah. Really, -3 on a light cruiser by submarine. I don't buy just how effective submarines are in this game against destroyers. Okay, so, but you'll need to come home because you'll need to be repaired at some point. Let's strike you via air. Well, that's a good result. Do that one more time. Okay, and then I guess what we can do is bring up these destroyers over here. Hopefully finish these guys off. Yes, we can. Very nice. Good national morale bonus. We can pull in our destroyers over here. We are not going to be able to destroy these guys fully, but at least we can put everyone back into base. And that's fine. So We did destroy one light cruiser, one submarine, and we are trying to find, oh look, another enemy submarine. I was supposed to say, we are trying to find an enemy heavy cruiser that might be around somewhere over here. So do we want to bet on it that it went over here? I think we might. We might expect it to be going this way. But of course it didn't. Oh, you could be upgraded? Ah, I guess with AA guns. Yeah, we don't need that, I think. More submarines. Where is that German heavy cruiser? It was around here. And well, I guess it could have tried to go down here. Do we have any light cruisers? Well, we have these destroyers. No. Can't find anyone. Well. Let's at least try to converge these guys on these submarines. And then what we can do is, are you set on naval tactical? Yes, you are. So we can bring you up here. And then launch some naval strikes in their general vicinity. And this is rainy, yeah. Okay, didn't find anyone, too bad. Then I guess these submarines are fine. Could do a submarine on submarine battle over here, at least with the French submarines. Nah, apparently that's not possible. Okay, so that's alright then. As the UK, we do have some money left. And it would be good to get the US a little bit closer towards the war. But then again, you know, as long as we can, we should probably... France is lost. You know what? France is lost. Let's transport these guys over towards Portsmouth. Can I transport you? I cannot, damn it. Okay, so I guess what I want to do then is just bring you up as far further back as possible, although you'll probably be bombed. Yeah, but then again I can't do anything about that either, so yeah, let's just try to bring it back as far as possible. Paris. Okay, so our fighters need to come up over here. These fighters need to be reinforced. That's fine, and then Paris needs to be defended. It simply needs to be, so we need to pull off our guys from over here. Is there anyone who can even reach there? Are you kidding me? No one can even reach into Paris? The AA gun can? Is the AA gun actually good at defending against anyone? Of course it's not. How about the... No, these guys will simply withdraw. And I guess you can't force march because you are... Well. That is certainly uncomforting. The engineers? You're still defending. Okay, let's bring back the AA over here. The AA gun needs to come in over here. And then these guys need to be progressively pulled back a little. Could remove you. Could remove you. I mean, this guy is doomed already as is, but... at least present a potentially different target over here. And then these guys will move over here so that they can at least withdraw next turn. And then is there anything that we can do over here? against the French. So let's firstly try to find French and naval units. Sorry, Italian naval units. You have... So you kind of move up over here. No one on the coast over here. Oh, sorry. Should not have done that. Ooh, that was a bad move. Okay, so attacking naval bases apparently is not a recipe for win. You can move into this field over there. Okay. I could try to bring this French corps over, but honestly I think it's all lost over here, so there's no point doing that. Running against these tanks doesn't seem to be useful either. Bring these cruisers a little bit back. Start to make some impression against the tanks. Well, that at least went well. Okay, so let's bring these guys up over here. Defend as well as we can. We are losing massive amounts all the time over here. I think even fighting against these bombers wouldn't be too good, so let's try to bring you as close to Paris as possible. Do what we can over there to defend. And that should be that. We're coming over there to defend. France really has no points whatsoever left. Yeah. Okay, let's bring you back a little. You can bomb. And come back. Yeah, still. Yeah, France is lost, I'm afraid. And no points for France to reinforce again, so yeah, that needs to be it, basically. You can't be reinforced. You could be reinforced. I don't think that's a good idea, though. Need some money next turn to be able to withdraw our forces. Apparently we have some ships down here. French battleships, okay. Historically, of course, one of the not so nice things about the French Navy was that it got annihilated by the British after the French surrender. They pretty much wanted to prevent them from falling into enemy hands, so yeah, that wasn't too nice actually. Yeah, for now though, our forces here seem to be as good as they can be. So let's take a look on Africa. We have Tobruk over here, heavily defended Italian city. So what could we do about that? You have moved. I don't think I want to move you up any further. You need to gather some supplies. Your supply situation is seriously bad as well. So yeah, what can we do about that? We could bomb. I mean, their morale is very low as well, and their supply is. Let's go ahead, let's bomb them. Did cause some damage for us, but we can shell them as well with artillery. Can we do that again? We can. So yeah, the entrenchment is okay, but their readiness and all of that is pretty heftily low, so if we attack, we might be able to dislodge them. At least slowly. Could strafe them, but I don't think that's a good idea. Let's bring up our carriers. At the very least gain some experience. But yeah, our air group is taking losses as well, so not too keen on that, but still their morale and readiness is so low, I doubt that they are gonna make much of an impression next time. Over here, things are okay, I guess. You should be reinforced. You should be reinforced. And then we can bring you up a little. And that does leave us trying to strike these guys. Oh, damn it. The garrison. Guess, what's our most important priority? Let's reinforce you, because otherwise you'll be a little bit screwed as well. There's some garrisons over here, but yeah, we need to be a little bit more careful with that. Okay, that does cover everything though. Oh, what do we have down here? Oh, a heavy cruiser. I never knew. Let's bring you up towards home, the Cumberland. Interesting. Okay, and then let's have another short look at Singapore. Everything seems to be fine. Oh, you can be upgraded. Not with infantry weapons though, so I don't think it's worthwhile. Okay, China then. Southern China. Southern China always first. I would like to pull back some of these guys so we can reinforce them. But I do think we actually expended some attacks over here. Pretty much so that we can reduce their entrenchment. So, of course, attacking a headquarter unit always seems to be useful. So that it's an equal trade of nothing, but that should enable this attack to be a little bit better as well. It's a parity attack, but slowly but surely we should be whittling them down. And over here, I do think it's important to grab Canton, because it is a railway line, and that would allow us to grab some more supplies from over here. So I'm willing to take this attack, even though it's not strictly speaking the only thing that's possible. You are really starting to suffer from your low supplies. And it doesn't even reduce the entrenchment, so how are supplies looking elsewhere? A little bit better up here. Well, let's pull you back a little bit so that long term you can be getting into a better position. And over here we are trying to get rid of this garrison as well. 2 against 2. It's not a bad trade. Let's try to get rid of this headquarter unit here over here. Nice national morale bonus as well. Yeah, we are starting to see that we would be making some success over here as well. Why can you not be upgraded? Oh, you are upgraded, okay. So let's move you up. And I think long term we want to cut this route, and there actually we do. So that is very lovely to see. Can you actually move somewhere? No, you can't. You could make an attack. You know what, why not? It does reduce their strength. Does give us a little bit more experience, so that's good to see, I guess. And fine enough. This army over here can be upgraded for very low cost. So let's do that. Likewise, these guys should be upgraded. Should upgrade this corps. So they are much more potent now. And yeah, while these guys cannot be upgraded because they are already in contact with the enemy, so there's no point doing that. Up over here everything seems to be fine, as much as can be. This would not be a bad attack. Yeah, you need to hold the line over here. So we need to wait a turn so we can circle the other guys in. And then upgrade you. Yeah, and I don't really want to vacate that area as well. Yeah, let's do that. It's a good trade. It's an extremely good trade, actually. Very lovely to see. So yeah, down here then. Let's do that. Well, that could have been a little bit better, but it does allow us to withdraw now. And then next time we can reinforce and get into a better position. We can actually pull you guys up. Does that make sense? Reducing the entrenchment? Yeah, why not? Also gives you a little bit more experience, and as it appears, it is actually a favorable trait, so yeah, that's good. Let's pull back. Next time we can upgrade, and then we'll be in a better position to attack over there. And that means we could have actually moved you up. Anyway, small mistakes are made. So yeah, I think these guys will be doomed. So do we want to pull anyone back? I don't think so. Could attack Wuhan. So it is industrial center. But for now we are probably fine. Ooh, good. Didn't expect that to be the case. Let's bring up the special forces. I think they'll be good at pushing in over here. And then midterm we need to reinforce that position up there a little bit. Could bring you back over here so that you aren't quite exposed. But why not? We can push these guys up. Fighters should be upgraded. Reinforced. Garrisons, we don't need to do anything over here. You guys are fine. You've got all moved. You're fine. You'll be reinforced. Or upgraded actually. Could move you up or back or something, but I doubt that they'll be moving out from Wuhan towards over here, so it could actually be okay to move you. Even if you did, you'd be exposed to the special forces attack, so I think that's alright. Could actually move you into here or here. No, I think that's alright. So yeah, they are sufficiently exposed. So yeah, I think it's only time to place these fighters. Oh, we can't place them down here. I didn't think that would be possible. Yeah, but other than that, I think it's fine to place them actually over here in the North Sea area. And I don't think we want to allow you to intercept as long as you don't have the upgrade. You don't. Yeah, you're simply not that good. You are fine though, and I certainly do want to keep you. Can I upgrade the AA? To better AA? I can. It's not that expensive, but it would push us below 150, so that might be something that I'd rather spend on influencing the US towards joining us a little bit. Do we want that? Well, firstly we can move these tanks closer to Europe, and in the Soviet Union also do a couple of shift changes. So to say, you can get there. Get over here. And we are reinforcing you over there. Oh, and I do think the Soviet Union has the upgrade ready. But we will have enough time to upgrade anyway. What I don't think we'll have enough time for is to build up engineers. I cannot train you. I do have the points. Can I only train one at the same time? I'm training two. Okay, that's fine. Anything else that we want to buy then? Some of these do take a long time, but there's no point in rushing any of these, so yeah, I don't think it's required. This army then, move up. Just basically get all of these guys as far to the front as possible. You can probably get to Vilnius. Sometimes it's a little bit weird if you zoom out and in. Kaunas, you're fine. You should probably be there. Come on. We get into Riga, and this AA brigade. Get down here as well. You should probably try to get up here. Secure the supply line, and that should be alright. And here we have more AA. So yeah, everyone else seems to be fine. Let's do the upgrade thing. 25, I think that's the standard price for the better infantry weapons. And these are just flat out alright. They're always, I think, a good investment. Well, maybe not for the garrison, but even at least as long as it's a frontline garrison, I think that's something that we would like to do. Over here we don't necessarily want that because we are not going to end up in war against Japan anytime soon. So that's fine. Right, and that does leave us with diplomacy. I do think it is worthwhile to invest one more pip as the UK into diplomacy with the US to bring it a little bit more into the war. In terms of research, there's more that the US can do. Certainly. Infantry weapons, advanced tanks. I think it might be good to build up very advanced tank division. On the other hand, anti-submarine warfare. Naval weapons. Are we? Naval weaponry. I think it might be worthwhile to invest more over here. Yeah, let's do that. We are at least expecting to be in a war against Japan, so I think that's a worthwhile target. India, let's save up a little bit of money so we can maybe deploy a tank army later on. Sorry, an army, not necessarily a tank army. But yeah, that should be alright then. Good. Over here, that does not leave us with any significant amount of money. So, I think it is time to put in a cut and next time see whether we can hold on maybe one more turn in Europe against the Nazi onslaught over here. But yeah, it is impossible, I think, to defend this properly as the French. I'm mostly concerned by now with actually getting the UK forces out, including this army. It would be really nice if we could get that out. But we don't seem to be able to do that too much. Let's bring these guys up over here so that at the very least they could attack the Air Force if things start to get really desperate. Thank you very much for watching. See you guys. Bye bye.